I finally found the courage to share the reason why I almost lost the monetization of this particular YouTube channel called Ovampa. Yes, I started this channel on the 30th day of April 2022. That is 3 years ago. So this channel struggled a whole lot. You get that initial trial of trying to get 100 subscribers, 10 subscribers, 200, then up to 1,000 subscribers. And aside that, the YouTube monetization requirement to start with is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within 1 year. That's 365 days. So when I finally got this 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, YouTube sent me a mail that I can now apply for the YouTube monetization program. And this is where the problem actually began for me. Normally, when you click on the apply, you're going to see a form to fill. Now, after you have carefully filled the form, that particular process, you are done with it, and then you will get a prompt to verify your identity. This is actually where my problem began. So, in verifying my identity, the most important thing that is needed is to get a valid government-issued ID card that is issued by the federal government of your country, and which such document could be any one of either international passport, driver's license, voter's card, or national identity card. And that is where my problem began, because then I did not have a driver's license. I did not have international passport. Then I did not have the national identity card. What I had was the plastic NIN ID card. Okay. And then I also had a voter's card, a permanent voter's card that the back has already started peeling off. So I then tried to apply with my NIN ID card. That is the green one that is like an ID card, not the NIN slip, because NIN slip is not accepted at all. They needed something that is a card and permanent, okay? So I first of all applied with the NIN ID card, digital slip. After about some days, I got a message that it was not approved. And still they gave me options of other ID cards that I can use. And the reasons they are saying it was not approved is if the face is not clearly seen, or if you did not capture a part of the ID card, or maybe your date of birth is not displayed in the ID card. So I knew the capture I did, everything was clear. Not known to me that I was not supposed to apply with the digital NIN slip because it is not the main national identity card. So I was a kind of scared. So I felt I didn't capture properly. So this time around, I had to capture it boldly enough and submit it. It was rejected again. And the worst part is that if you try it up to 4 times and did not get it right, you will lose that opportunity to apply. So as at the second time, after some days, it was rejected again. I didn't know what to do. And most of the YouTubers around me have not gotten to the monetization requirement. But there is one particular guy, Aid Knight. His channel was deleted then, but I knew he was already verified and was receiving payment before his channel was deleted. So I called him and I was like, Mohammed, which particular ID card did you use? He told me he used his father's details. Using somebody's ID card, he also told me the process of changing it again. So I didn't see it as a good idea. But in the course of our discussion, when he mentioned the voter's card, that I can use the voter's card, I felt, wow, that I have the voter's card. I know I can use the voter's card, but my voter's card is already washed. the nylon is almost peeling off, and where the federal government of Nigeria is written, the nylon on it is peeling off, although everything is still seen, but it is too rough. I didn't know whether they are going to accept it. He said that it's better I try that. So this time around, I now use the voter's card. So when I use the voter's card, finally, my identity verification was successful. But that was actually the beginning of my problem. The reason is because after verifying your identity, the next step is to verify your address. In other words, you have to now fill the address of where you are living, and then YouTube will send you a mail to the post office of that area you live in. So you have to receive a mail like this. What is written on the letter is Google Adsense. So it is something physical. You need to go physical. Since you said this is your address, this is where you live, they will send this mail to that particular post office code that you imputed. And the letter will contain only this thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just this six code. The moment you impute the code, then automatically you have done everything about your verification. So it was looking like something really simple. So first of all, I filled the address of where I live, then filled everything. Then I browsed on Google, what is the post office code of this particular place I live? Then I filled everything. Man, after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I have not received anything. Time was actually going. So, because after 3 weeks, you can now apply again. Like you can send them again that you want to change the address or you want to reapply. So after 3 weeks, I applied again using the address and post office code of my village. So when I did this the second time, I still waited 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I have not received anything. And now 1 month and 2 weeks has passed. And the worst part of this is that after 4 months, if you are not able to verify your address, you have lost the monetization. After 3 weeks again, I still haven't gotten this. You get, so it was a kind of a very big burden for me because I know how long I've waited. Like the monetization, before I got up to that 4,000 watch hours, it took me 1 year plus to get that monetization requirement reached. So it was actually a very big issue for me. So finally, after about 3 weeks again, I reapplied. So this time around, before I applied, I went to visit a post office that is close to me. The one they said is the highest, the headquarter of head office around. I had to visit there, got there. I asked them, please, what is the post office code of this particular post office? I stayed there and applied again. So I was seeing this like my last chance because the reason being that time is no longer on my side. So when I applied for the third time, I was feeling too restless because getting the message for monetization was like a dream come true. Now, what do I say if I now lose this struggle? The result from this struggle I've made for more than 1 year. You get? So I was praying that God, please let this work. Whatever will make this not to work, please take it away from me. This has to work. And so many believe like that. And some of the challenges I face when going to look for this particular mail from Google is some of these post offices are not organized. Some of the time, the worst part is that I actually saw when they gave me a pile, like you see heap of Google Adsense letters, the mail that should have been sent to people that people should have come to receive. These mails are just there. So, and most of the time, many months has passed and the people were not able to receive it. So some of the time is even there, just that they are not aware. Maybe the person that is in charge of it, if you just get there, the person at the counter will tell you that it has not yet arrived. They will tell you what is the tracking code or tracking ID, whereas this particular type of mail does not have tracking IDs. Most of the people that are working in these post offices, especially in the front desk, do not really understand very well of how the receiving of this thing happens. Some will even tell you, don't worry, even after 6 months, if it can still come, you will receive it. Shebi is yours, not knowing that by then it will no longer be of any use to you. But the people that are on a very good advantage are the people in the European countries. Most of them, the address you wrote there, they will trace you to your doorstep and give it to you. But here, you have to work it out. It was remaining just about 1 week for the 4 months to be over. And then, man, it was difficult for me because as at then, I have even passed $100 in my earning right there. So I was like, how will I lose this first money that I'm earning from Google AdSense on YouTube? I had to keep going from one post office to the other. All the post offices that I have used, both the one in Anambra, the one in Enugu, the one in my village, I had to visit them one after the other. I was like, please, I am in a mess. You guys should do all you can to like help me. So I finally went to one particular woman in one post office. That was not even part of the place that I filled in their postal code. So I had to meet this woman. I was like, I'm getting stranded. I have just few days left. If I'm not able to find this mail, I will lose my monetization. What am I going to do, please? I know that this is not the place that I used. So the woman was like, since this is not the place that I already know is not here, that I should just go to that particular head office of their regional office and keep disturbing them, that if it comes in, what are they doing with it? They are just going to give it to me. I had to sit down there with her. I told her that, can she help me with the contact of the leader, like anybody that is in charge there of receiving that mail? That I do not like the countenance or the approach of the front desk ladies that I met there. No, she said that is difficult because they don't usually give out the address of other people, especially to strangers. But finally, she gave me the man's phone number. So I called the man immediately and told him that there's a particular mail I received from US, that this mail has actually arrived. They told me it has arrived. It's just a letter that is written Google AdSense, and I'm about to lose my monetization within the next few days if they do not release that to me. So he told me that if it has not arrived, what should he do? He said that I told him that I am very sure that it has arrived, that is actually in your office. He was like, why am I so bold? And because, when you have something pressing, like, you are actually going to lose something you had so much hope in. So that was how I was speaking to the man. So finally he said okay, that he's going to personally take his time and summon some of the people around him to search one after the others, that I should text him my exact address, the phone number I wrote there, and my full name. So I actually text that to him. Man, by the time I just left the office of that small post office, just before I passed the junction to their regional office, because I was actually going home, hoping that maybe tomorrow or next I'll call him again, I was already in the commercial vehicle, in a bus precisely. We've not driven up to 1 kilometer from their regional office. The call came in. He was like, hello, Ogechi, we got the mail actually arrived. If you can come tomorrow or next week. I said, I'm on my way coming right now. So while I was on my way going to his place, I actually had to come down from that bus. I chartered keke to that particular post office. The moment I was going there, I was already logging in from Google just to fill in the code. I got there immediately, thought it, fill in the code. Man, that was how I was able to retain that monetization. Now, The lesson I learned from here that I actually would also want you to take note of is, before you fill in any address or postal code, ensure to walk to that particular office, especially the major one that is the most popular in that area, and tell them, please, I need the postal code for this particular office. The truth is that what I actually passed through while I was trying to verify my identity was actually much. But this is just one part of the story which a lot of people are currently facing. And since then, I have helped more than 5 people to be able to get their Google Adsense issues solved, because I face several other problems, like when I want to apply on getting to the Google Adsense website, I will not see that option for apply. So let me know in the comment section, what is the name of your channel? What problem have you faced about Google AdSense or address verification or any kind of verification that has to do with your YouTube channel? And most importantly, if you don't have a YouTube channel, let me know whether you would like to start a YouTube channel. Meanwhile, the video on your screen right now is going to help you to be able to create a professional YouTube channel from scratch. I wish you success.